Well, let me start by saying I probably should have started this video a couple hours ago. There is never a dull moment in the world. Taking all the kit, by the way, 1999 can of Fix-A-Flat, spare tire cover, jack, tools, manual, spare tire cover, and we got it all. So we've got this out of here. We have got to take this entire damn thing apart tonight, and it's late already, but I got to get in here and I've got to check the brake booster. I got a funny feeling that I've got a problem with the vacuum line. So let me give you a bit of advice here. So you start on the right-hand side, we're going to work our way all the way around. I got to get to the brake booster, which is back there. Hopefully you can see it. I'm not looking at where I'm going. But I want to give you a bit of free advice here. Let me just throw this in here, and you can see I've got a screw down here in the bottom. Use a screwdriver with a hex head, because I can tell that a lot of these screws are stripped out, and I bet you they're stripped out because somebody, by the way, magnetic tray, somebody got a little bit overzealous on this car, and on these bolts, I guarantee you they put a hex driver and a drill and decided to go at it and not take their time and go slow, and they have stripped out these nice, beautiful Italian hex head screws. That one's not stripped out, but some of these are. So little by little, I'm just going to work all of this stuff magically free. By the way, there's another screw there. It landed right in my magnet ball. So you can see I start to get the fuses and electrics over here. By the way, some fuses in here. Let's just, for shits and grins, I want to make sure that none of these guys are popped, because it looks like, nope, that 30's good and that 40's good. We are having a brake issue in this car, and I just want to make sure, by the way, you couldn't see where those fuses are, they're right there. I just want to make sure that I don't have a bad vacuum line, which, by the way, is going to be a pain in the ass because it's in the front of the car, runs all the way to the back. The other thing that I want to make sure is there's a little check valve down in there. Hang on, let me get you some light. I get this light set up the way that we need it. There we go. So if you look down right about there, you can see that little blue cap looking guy right there. I need to get in there and I need to check that check valve and make sure that's working. So in the meantime, to get there, I have to take the frunk apart to be able to get in there. We got this thing apart where we can actually get access to it now, and I can see where the vacuum line goes. And it's anything but fun, but they did do a good job of putting a hose in here that I can check. So it's nice. Let me spin around and show you. So the piece that I'm looking for is, let me get my light on here for you so you can see. So here is our check valve, and it looks to be relatively new. But I am probably gonna have to hook a vacuum line up to this hose here, and it's pretty well on there. I don't see any issues with the hose itself, so that's looking good, but I do wanna figure out how to get the check valve out of there, because I am gonna need to check the old check valve there, make sure we got pressure on this guy. So I'm gonna take this apart and I don't know, maybe post a picture and ask how I get it out of there on the forum, because that's a better way to do it. After an hour or two of research and searching, I'm about to go play tug of war with the Ferrari. So I have been doing all the research I can on how to get this check valve out, if you can even take it out. Some they say you can't remove. I've got a buddy of mine that's still awake that's been bugging. By the way, it's about 1:30 in the morning. So I am gonna see if I can remove the hose from down here, and I'll get the hose off, and then I'll see if I can pull the check valve. So nothing like playing tug of war with a Ferrari. Here we go. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and just lightly, let's get that foot down here. Let's go ahead and just take this vacuum line off of here. I think that's gonna be our first start. Of course, I love what they've done here. They've done a marking on that line to make sure it doesn't slip, so you can actually physically see it, although she's going to be a little bit difficult to get off, it feels like. It really just feels like it's a rubber grommet that it's in there. I'm going to be careful because pop these guys off. That is the brake line. My buddy Dale said, "Is it supposed to come out?" And I said, "Well, I don't really know." Guess I won't know until I try. I want to put a lot of pressure on it. It definitely twists, which is good. I've got the hose clamp loosened up on this side. I'll get in there lightly and kind of apply this. Try to be careful. A little bit of a grip on this guy. Let's see if we fix it out this way. Again, it's a Ferrari. Look at that. Who would have thunk it? All right, I don't want to take this entire line out, but what I do is, oh, this thing's gonna be fun. Dale, be proud of me. If that is supposed to be a check valve, it is anything but. So, I don't know if that is just a connector, and there's supposed to be a check valve somewhere else. But I can tell you right now, this is anything but a check valve. I am pretty sure that I have determined this is not a check valve. And this goes in the metal piping that goes all the way back to the car. So I have no fucking clue where the check valve is for this thing. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do what any self-respecting Ferrari owner would do. We're gonna go to the auto parts store tomorrow and we're gonna buy a check valve. And we are literally going to install our own check valve in this thing. And we will then know for a fact that we have check valve pressure. That's number one, okay, and that's not the end of it. Number two, I'm gonna get a vacuum line and I'm gonna hook up a vacuum line on there. And we will make sure, I may take that hose completely out, by the way. Get the hell out of here, flies. What are you thinking? Kill you. I'm gonna put a check valve in there, but I'm also gonna get a vacuum connector and I'm gonna hook it up to that thing and make sure that we're actually getting vacuum pressure. So I will turn this light out and I will probably go ahead and call it a night. Not that I could sleep, but I will go ahead and try and go to sleep. So that's where we sit with this thing. Got it torn apart. This was easy to take out, by the way, except for the screws that were stripped out in this thing. Shame on whoever did that, but I'll get them replaced. I've got some extras. I love how Ferrari puts all the marks on all their stuff, so you know if it's been tampered with. That's super, super nice. And we can see that's a Bosch part right there. So if need be, if I have to take the booster out, I think I can probably get to it. And I probably want to take a look at the, wherever the hell the pump is for this thing, which I'm probably looking right at it. And I think that there's an ABS pump over here as well. Maybe that guy. I gotta do a little bit of research, but I do believe that it is. So I'm gonna just do some research on that guy as well and figure out if there's anything I need to do. But we are going to call it a night. I'm probably gonna do a crash, and then I gotta get up and get back out in the morning. I'm gonna have a great, great, great night. Peace out. I'm gonna go to sleep, get my glasses in here where I can get inside of this thing and actually see with my quattro folio, quattro occhi, my 4 eyes. But anyways, peace out. Have a great night. We'll get this video on the wire.